Well, hey, how do you feel about? We'll touch on this briefly before we go to the hot corner. I know we're running long, but how do you feel about Otani hitting leadoff while Betts is out against right-handed pitching?
He should be batting leadoff all the time.
Really?
Well, all the time while Betts is out, because you said
Okay.
against right-handed pitching. I think he should be hitting batting leadoff the whole time Betts is out. Even when Betts is playing, there's an argument to bat Otani leadoff, but Betts prefers the leadoff hole, and I think both of them you're great, right? Here's my thing: there are people who will argue that, moving back to the 3 or 4 hole, he'll hit more with runners on. Yeah, maybe in his first at bat that matters, but the reality is, think about it this way: if we assume that every baseball game has an equal chance of ending with any hitter from 1 through 9 being the last batter. Follow what I'm saying so far?
Yeah.
If we assume that means that the bump from first to fourth in the order means that on average, you're missing 1 at bat per 3 games. Okay? If you sort that out over the course of a season, we're talking about 50 to 60. We're talking about 50 fewer at bats, roughly, over the course of a season.
Mm-hmm.
That's significant. Like,
yeah,
if you figure a guy's going to average about 3.5 at bats a game, we're talking about 14 or 15 games worth of at bats difference between batting first and batting fourth. So, I mean, we're talking about a game a week, roughly. In terms of like how many at bats you're missing out on. So to me, Shohei Ohtani's the Dodgers' best hitter. I am of the opinion that every team in baseball should be betting their best hitter first or second. Period.
Yeah.
I think Aaron Judge should lead off for the Yankees, 100%.
Wow. It's interesting.
Why would you not maximize his at bats?
Yeah.
Like, okay, yeah, maybe some of his first inning home runs are going to be solo shots, but like, you want him up there more often than anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, it's that simple.
No, it's interesting, and what's funny about that is that there are a lot of people that feel the same way you do. Like if you talk to a lot of people that and again, I hate to bring up the mean, the treacherous, forbidden word, right? If you bring up there are a lot of people that are specialize in analytics. Ooh, like you bring up a lot of those guys.
I don't think it's a treacherous word.
No, but what I'm, you know what I mean. But it's more like the forbidden art, apparently, in a lot of people's minds. But a lot of people kind of feel the same way. Is that like I talked to somebody about, and this guy is a numbers genius. He said the best 3 hitters in your lineup need to hit 1, 2, and 4. That's the best hitters in your lineup, 1, 2, and 4. And it's because 1 and 2 for the reasons that you just described, right? 4 also because more often than not, it's 4 because you don't want it to be 3, right? Reason because and I think I've told you this before. I've said this before to you that the 3 spot comes up with nobody on and 2 out like 67 or 68% of the time. You know what I mean? So
I think that teams that bat their first 2 hitters, I think the teams that put their best 2 hitters in the first 2 spots, that's going to happen less often.
Yeah.
And I think worrying about that, you're only thinking about the first inning. And I think that you can't plan your whole game around the first inning. To me, like, this is going to sound overly simplistic, but if I'm a manager, I'm literally lining up my guys in terms of how confident I am in them as a hitter 1 through 9. The only exception to that is I'm going to try to set up some alternation between left and right so that my lineup's not so easy to work through when you're pulling guys in out of relief. Yeah. But like those are basically the only 2 things I'm looking at is like how confident am I in you as a hitter, and can I balance things out left or right a little bit. That's why I complained about a lot with Dave Roberts, but him starting the game, Betts, Freeman, Ohtani, Smith, I like it because you're not going with more than 2 lefties at once. For me, I'd go Ohtani, Betts, Freeman, Smith because then you're alternating. Mm-hmm. But I get it. Betts says he hits better in the leadoff hole. The numbers suggest it. Fine. Cool. Right? But to me, it's like I think what a lot of people don't understand about analytics is a lot of times all they're doing is telling you to just do more of what should be obvious. Like, think about it in other sports, right? Analytics in football tell you to pass the ball more because you gain more yards per play when you pass the ball. Analytics in basketball tell you to shoot more threes because you score more points when you shoot more threes.
Yeah.
And I know I'm making it all sound really simple, but a lot of it kind of is, right? Same thing in baseball. Like, your best hitters, you want them batting more often. You know,
Yeah.
that's not, like some of these things are so much more simple than we make them. That's how I look at it.
No, it's and that's true, and it's a very good summation of that. I think Dodger lineup tonight, just for the record: Ohtani, Will Smith, Freddie Freeman, Teoscar Hernandez is your top 4. That's still pretty damn good without Mookie Betts, dude.
Exactly. I mean, all of those guys have OPSs of 833 and above.
Yeah,
it's
sick.
You know,
Sick.
and then
I hate the Dodgers, dude. I really do. I hate you guys.
Yeah.
It's out of pure envy because of stuff like this. By the way, it's 3-1 now. Rocky scored at the bottom of the second.
Yeah, how about Jacob Stallings having 14 home runs now for Colorado in June? Like,
that's unbelievable.
Who saw that coming from Jacob Stallings? Especially because the assumption was that like Elias Diaz was going to be like starting ahead of him all the time.
Yeah, right.
Stallings has kind of taken the position from him, which I think is hilarious.
That is kind of funny.